What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Unreal Outdoors, and today we have another episode in our knot tying series. Today I'm going to be going over the blood knot. See, I got a really small one tied right there. The blood knot. It's an absolutely fantastic knot, and it is super dang quick. Today's video is going to be shorter, but nonetheless still informative, and hopefully by the end of this series we'll be able to master the blood knot and go catch some absolute tanks on it. So, without further ado, let's start tying. So, like I said, guys, the blood knot is super simple. Like, it's probably one of the easiest knots to tie there. There's pretty much only 3 steps. So, all I'm going to be using to tie today, I got some bigger P-line. This is 12-pound P-line. I'm using 12 pound just so you guys might be able to see it a little bit better with the camera. I got a very, very small, I think this is a 3/4 ounce rattle trap. It's an awesome little lure that I love to catch trout and bass on, fishing near cover and everything. And I love to put the loop knot on it, which I'll be using it. And then I got my P-line pliers for cutting the line. Like I said, that can pretty much be broken down into 3 super easy steps. Number 1, I'd call the twisty turny. Number 2, I would call the first loop poke. And then number 3 would be the second loop poke. Those are not the good names, but who cares? So, basically, guys, super easy. You're going to take your line. I'm going to snip this little, see that little bad end? I'm going to snip that off real quick. Ooh. Snip it off. You're going to take your line, and you're literally just going to stick it just one side through the eye loop like so. You're going to get it, and you're going to go to pretty much, like, it's kind of with all knots, you kind of want to take into account how big your lure is and all that jazz. For me, I think I'm going to be good at about that length right there. Then you're going to pinch both your main line and your tag line like this, and you're going to begin to twist your lure or your bait. I'm going to do this about 6 to 8 times. As you can see, it's kind of on my thumb there, hence the name blood knot. But it gets about 5, 6. Okay. Then from there, you're going to go back up here to where you had your 2 lines. You're going to grab your tag line and you're going to do step 2. You're going to poke through the hole right down there at your eye loop. And then you just create this other loop right here. See that other loop real quick, guys? So here, as you guys can see, I have this loop down here at my eye loop. I'm going to stick the line through there, grab it up here, and then I just created this new hole right there. And that is the hole I'm going to be sticking it back through like so. Going to pinch that little sucker so I don't lose him. Then from here, I'm going to once again grab both my main and my tag line, and then I'm going to grab my bait, and I'm going to kind of pull them both at the same time. And I'm going to get something that looks a little bit like that. That little cinch down right there. Then, before I cinch it down too tight, I'm going to wet it. I'm going to wet all the way down my line. And the reason for this is if you do not wet it, you can actually end up burning up your line really, really easy and having your line burn itself on this knot. So then from here, you're literally just going to grab your main line, and I'm going to pull this knot down. I'm just going to slide it down. As you can see, I wetted it so it didn't get any burns in it. And then I'm just going to grab my tag line and I'm going to pull. Because this is where, if I get any burns or anything like that in my tag line and I pull it, it's fine. And then I'm also going to come and tighten it up lastly with my main line, just very, very slightly. And that is it. Like I said, 3 easy steps. That was the entire thing. Let me snip off my excess here real quick. And that is it. Your knot will almost look like your line is like stacked on top of each other. And it's a very, very easy, very simple blood knot. I know that may seem like a trick, but it is just that easy. The blood knot is just the 3 easy steps. Remember, the twisty tie, where you put 6 to 8 twists in your line, then you stick it through the loop down at your eye loop, and then stick it back through the loop you just created. 3 easy steps. Boom, you're done. Knot tying, ready to go. This knot is extremely, extremely quick, which is why it's so versatile in the fishing world. Because like, if you just break off and the bite's hot and you want to get back to it soon, boom. Blood knot's got you covered. You're back to fishing super quick without having to go over these weird loops and turns and all that stuff, because it's just a couple of twists and then looped. To give the blood knot like a catchphrase, it would be lickety split, because you just give it a lick so it doesn't burn itself. That is critical, guys. Make sure you wet the line by giving it a lick, sticking it in your mouth real quick so it does not burn up on itself, or that will cause it to break when it goes under tension when you have a fish on. So make sure you wet the line. And then boom, you're done. Why is this knot so effective, and where do I like to use it? If you guys are anything like me and you hear the word blood knot, you probably think fly fishing. That's the first thing that I go to. Reason for that is when you're tying onto a fly, that eye loop or that loophole where you put the line through is extremely small and sometimes has some material in the way. This blood knot, with only having to stick one strand of the line through at all times, makes it super easy to fit in that. But not just that. As you guys can see, it's a super small knot, and that makes it so it can glide through the smaller guides of the fly rod super easily. And it's also a lot more compact. It is not out there, it's not a big knot, it's very small and compact, which means when you're twitching that, and you're pulling your fly line back in, whether you're working a surface fly or a sinking fly, that knot is going to stay out of your way. It's not going to catch moss, it's not going to catch anything like that, and it's not going to ruin your presentation. This blood knot is fast, it's effective, and it's strong, and it is phenomenal. So just remember, twisty-turny, stick it through the loop, stick it through the loop 2, wet it, and cinch. Boom, you're done. Leave it split. Make sure you slide it down to the very base, pull on that tag line mostly to cinch it down as tight as you can, and then just give it a little bit of a boost with the main line when you're done. You want to avoid burning up your line, so as I said before, licking it and wetting it is extremely crucial. Guys, I hope this video helps. I hope this series is helping with you guys. If you guys want to see some other videos on it, I have them right here. Please do not forget to subscribe. That helps me a ton. And if you guys want to be out fishing and look awesome, get yourself some awesome Follow the Action Outdoor Lines apparel. This personally is their Crappie Slab Slayer shirt. I absolutely love it, and they target all different types of fishing. Saltwater, freshwater, they do hunting as well. They have shirts, hoodies, koozies, beanies, hats. I could go on forever. I love Follow the Action. They are nothing short of quality. So make sure you guys go check them out. I'll be putting their link in the description. I'll also put the link to P-Line in the description and the link to Rattle Trap as well. So you guys can check out those baits as well. As always, I appreciate you guys for hopping in and watching this. Hopefully this video helped. Hopefully you guys can catch some Mondo bass on this knot. As always, have a great day and happy fishing, y'all.